Hello, welcome everybody. I'd love to talk about relational, being in a relationship, being relational to yourself. What does that actually mean? Whether you are in a relationship, that or not, being relational is one of the biggest lessons and the biggest lessons of growth you will learn in this time of being a human being. Like if you are in a relationship, your partner will constantly mirror your own inner world and your own perceptions and trigger your own wounds if they are still there. I always say when I work with people that are going through some relationship things or some really deep communication difficulties, whatever they're going through, even, two people being really different, it's so important to really see what is it that is yours and what is it that is the other person's, because it's so easy to blame and to point the finger to your relationship. Tell me, my husband has been triggering me many times where I know that if I feel this emotion, whether it's injustice or anger or grief or whatever he does in that moment that triggers that, I had to learn that it wasn't necessarily him doing that to me. It was something in me that got triggered, and then it came out. And then if you are good communicators, that's the way out. That's the way where you learn to understand, wow, this is what I am feeling in this moment. What are you actually feeling? And instead of going, you did this or you did that, which is so easy in that moment to do. And I think it's one of the biggest lessons that we come here to learn. And not only, being in the relationship, also the way towards a relationship. I cannot tell you how many people I work with that come to me and say, I'm just not attracting the right people to me. I'm always attracting the man or woman that is not really available. And they're either cheating, or they don't really want to commit, or they just are not really there. Or I always attract the people to me that I need to fix. So they come to me and I'm the rescuer. And for some reason, that's a pattern in your life that you created probably when you were really, really young. And that's something that you feel that you need to do, or you attract to people to you that are always involved in addictions because one of your parents had that. And it's psychology. It's incredibly interesting to see that we do that because of subconscious beliefs within ourselves. So we will often attract either the same kind of father if you are a woman, or mother if you are a man. And it can be also, the other way around, where as a woman you take on your mom and a father as a son. But where you take on these patterns where you think subconsciously, oh, that's just how life works. So I will attract that because it's familiar. And if you've done hypnosis with me, you know that, your mind loves what is familiar, but it doesn't like what is unfamiliar. So you just go to what you know. It could be that you attract unavailable men or women to you because somewhere in the past you got hurt so badly that there's a part of you that says, nah, you know what, I'm not even going to attract someone to me that I think is good enough for me, or that is actually really lovely and supportive, because if that happens, then if the relationship then breaks or falls, then I will be broken. So I'm not even going to attract this available person to me. And that is so interesting, because I think that we forget that this is a whole subconscious world that we're living in. And I don't know if you know that picture of that iceberg, that really big mountain in the sea, where there's a tiny mountain on the top that we see, and it already seems quite big, but then you see that huge part of the mountain underneath in the water, and that's our subconscious. There's so much there that we don't even know about. And so you need to understand that when you're in a relationship, all those subconscious feelings are being triggered. And even if you don't draw someone to you, or even if you draw the people that you always need to fix, that's something within you where you felt that if you fix someone, you're needed, and when you're needed, then you're loved. So this is where you need to be very aware of what is happening within you and why this is happening. And the good news is that you can figure out what those subconscious beliefs are. You can really go in, and what it is always about, whether you're in a relationship or not, is the relationship with self. Are you relational with yourself? Are you relational? And when I test people with kinesiology, a lot of the times they think they're really relational, especially the people that come to me when they ask, I've been waiting for 10 years, but there's just no one even showing up. And or I attract the wrong people. And when I test them and I let them say, I am relational, their muscles go weak. And for the ones that don't know what muscle testing does is, if your body believes in something, and there's a whole science and study behind it, your muscle will stay strong. You cannot get that arm down. But if something is not the truth and your body doesn't believe it, it will get weak. So when I let people say, I am relational, and their arm goes weak, it means that subconsciously they do not believe that. And there's a part of them that is not even that connected or relational to themselves. So what you need to do is work on that self-esteem, work on that relationship with self, and from there also embrace and heal those patterns that you've had to then propel forwards to actually now attracting the right person to you. That's what I work with a lot with the RTT, and that's what I work with a lot with even in my group sessions, is bringing back to basically the core of who they really are, the core of who they've always been, and from there shift to what is it actually that you want in a relationship. You know, what is it that you would like? Instead of fixing, wouldn't it be nice to have someone that completely supports you and loves you for the way that you are? I remember meeting my husband, and I started to immediately ask all these psychological questions because it's a little bit who I am, and it gave me identity. Like, I loved finding things wrong with people so I could help them fix it. I guess that's why I'm in this profession. And he looked at me very dryly and he said, Kat, if you want me to create an illness, do you want me to pretend I'm psychotic? Or, you know, I'm happy to do that for you. That makes you feel any better, you know, but I've actually done quite a bit of work on myself. And it made me laugh, and it made me realize that, wow, you know, this was actually the perfect partner for me, someone that I did not have to fix. That actually would just, I remember that he, you know, if I called, he would call me back straight away, and he would text me straight away, and I wasn't used to that. I was like, that's easy, you know, that's almost too easy, that can't be right, you know. And we have all these beliefs about relationships, how it should be. And you have to work hard for it, or there has to be a little bit of tension there. And then when I do a session with people, I can often see that all of a sudden there's a relationship or a partner or someone being attracted to them that all of a sudden is just very easy and simple, and just maybe even too nice almost, because the tension is not there, and they realize, oh, that what I thought was love, that what I thought was, you know, being in love because it's the chase, it's the game, it's all that was actually just energy. It was just me responding to what I thought the other one wanted, or me playing a game because that's what I thought that he wanted. And then we're all into make-believe and thinking, and that's not what this is about. So I can talk about this for hours. I might do another one on this one, or maybe even do a workshop on this one, because again, it's so important to connect with self. If this is something that resonates with you and you'd like to explore that relationship with self more, then please look at the emails, look out for those about the Inner Power Activator, because that's all that we will be doing is to really help you connect with you on all different levels, and then from there also attract like-minded people and relationships to you in a way where you can really honor that. And if you're already in a relationship, to really look at, hey, am I taking my partner maybe for granted, or am I taking myself for granted? Do I need to communicate better? And you can only do that when you are relational with you, where you're feeling comfortable to speak up and grow together in that relationship. So yeah, I'm wishing you a wonderful day. I hope this little video helped and maybe stirred something in you. And if there's anyone that you think that could be benefiting from these words or from that program, then please share. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. See ya.